Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing great, and I'm doing great too. I thank the Almighty Father, my Almighty God, that I'm good and everything on my side is good. So today, I just want to share with you just little tips on how patience, how one's self-value is created and protected uh, as a human being. Human being everybody carries value. So you have to create your value and you have to protect it. Your value is not given by people, it's created by how you live. If you don't protect your value, others will decide it for you. This is the truth. Your value is not given by people, it is created by how you live. If you don't protect your value, others will decide it for you. So, what is value now? Value. Value is who you are, not what you own. Your lifestyle, how you perceive, how you think, how you speak, just a general lifestyle of yours. That's create value. It comes from character, skills, integrity, and purpose. Money, fame, or little than actually don't create value. They all expose it. So money cannot create value. Fame cannot create value. Titles don't create value. They just expose it. But what creates value is character, skills, integrity, and purpose. So if you know these four things character, integrity, purpose, skills these are the things that create value or are the things that value comes from. So, how now value is created outside? Everybody needs to create value, and but also you need to protect your value. So, how this value, oneself value, is created? The first thing is self awareness. You have to know who you are and what you stand for. Knowing who you are and what you stand for will actually guide you from what you can do, from what you cannot do. When you know your purpose, your value increases naturally. If you are living without knowing your purpose, that means the real you is not well defined. When you know your purpose, is when you can define yourself. Is when you can create boundaries to how you are. Is when people can respect you to what you are. So knowing your purpose, when you know your purpose, your value increases naturally. But the other thing is discipline. What you do consistently determines your worth. I've said the other thing is discipline. The discipline. What you do consistently determines your worth. Small daily actions build great value. So you don't need to do some big issues. No, just the way you live. Small daily actions. You wake up. When you wake up, what do you do? When you speak to people, what do you do? What do you speak? The tendency of doing things, reading, and what everything. So it now it depends from what you need to build up. So if you want to build up being a book writer, for example, just an example, that means you have to practice some small actions to build your discipline on that thing. All right? You have to practice just small actions. wake up early in the morning, have a meditation, some exercises, maybe, I don't know. From there, go find some reading materials, read it. From there, you can now write. You can write what you think. You can write what you have learned from other materials. That's all. So once you do it daily, you build up a very strong bond to yourself. That means you create now a pillar of your discipline. From there, it will be very easy thing, and it will be your lifestyle. But other thing is skills and growth. Here, learning increases value. Wonderful enough is most of Africans, we don't need to learn. And one person said, if you wanna hide some potential things, especially to African people, you have to write it on the book, because most Africans don't need to read. We don't need to peruse on their written materials, and now it's a verbal thing actually. So learn different skills. Once you learn skills, those skills will build up your value. So skills and growth. Here it's a very important thing to note, and especially when you want to grow, when you want to build up your value. Listen, skills, someone with skills is more valuable than an empty-minded person. So if you want to be respected, if you need to be valued by people or anybody else, you must have skills. Learn new skills, learn computer skills, learn different skills that you think will be helpful on your life, or in one way or another, it will increase your value. Now, the other thing is integrity. Doing right even when no one is watching. Now, here, it's a very challenging point. Doing the right thing even if no one is watching. One person said, greatness is made into secrets. So, at a secret moment, what are you doing? If you're doing nothing when you are alone, then that means you're not ready to create or to develop your value. So you have to do right thing even if you're just alone. Integrity makes value last. So the challenge is, a lot of us, we're trying to behave good when we are with our friends, when we are with different people, but we forget at the sacred place, what are we doing? So if you succeed to be the right person at a sacred place, when you're just alone and you become a very right person, doing the right thing, what you can do before your friends, you are doing it even if when you're just alone. Just like any other thing, value must be protected. Remember, we've been learning how to create value. You need time, you need discipline, you need integrity, you need to learn skills. So without protecting it, that means all the efforts that you've been using, all the efforts that you invested creating that value would be nothing. It's just like writing some words in sands and wind comes and blow it away. It's just like worthless. So you have to protect it. So the first thing that I want to share with you on how to create oneself value is setting boundaries. Actually, you need to know that not everybody deserves access to you. And saying no to some things protects your value. You have to learn saying no. So be like, some people can't say no. If you ask him like, oh my friend, let's go somewhere. It's okay. Yes, let's go. Let us do this. Okay, let's do no. You have to allow only few people to access you. But also learn to say no from what you think is against from what your value speaks. From what your value is built for. Say no. Don't be ashamed to say no. Actually, saying no would protect your value. But another thing is, choose environment wisely. Your company can raise or reduce your value. Go where you are respected, not just tolerated. Choose environment wisely. Don't go any place. Don't just visit any place. You have to choose where you are respected, not just tolerated. Choose a place where, when you go, you are respected. Don't just roam around here and there for nothing. Go somewhere with a purpose. Visit some place with a purpose. That's how one's self-value is created, is protected. Avoid cheap shortcuts. The third point. Fast gains often destroys long-term value. I've said avoid cheap shortcuts. Value grows with patterns. The process of creating value is not as fast as you think. It is a process. You need patience. Avoid shortcuts. Avoid it. Fast gains often destroys long-term value. So avoid cheap shortcuts. But also respect yourself. If you don't value yourself, others don't. If you don't value yourself, others will not. If you don't value yourself, others will not respect you. So respect yourself. Value is built daily and protected intentionally. When you know your value, you stop begging for validation. Someone who knows his or her value will stop begging for validation. So, this is how you can create your value and you can protect your value. This is Mr. Lameck France. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my content. You're welcome for other sessions like this. I hope you'll gain and get a lot of knowledge from my account, from my YouTube channel account, but from also from my Instagram, my Facebook, and TikTok as well. You are most welcome. Bye.